Greetings, parents and guardians. Thank you so much for joining us for our Summer Reading Camp virtual parent orientation.
Bienvenidos a la conferencia de padres del campamento de lectura de verano.
My name is Angel Brown. I am the Summer Reading Camp Coordinator and one of the K through 5 literacy specialists for Richland School District 2.
My name is Nikita Porter. I am the Summer Reading Camp Administrator this year.
We are glad that you are joining us for this virtual orientation. Thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video. And we are going to share with you some information that we believe will be helpful as we plan and prepare to begin summer reading camp with your students this summer. Summer reading camp was started in 2014 as a part of the Read to Succeed legislation. And so it's a camp that's held every summer. Typically, of course, we're at school buildings, but this year, as you've seen with the communications that have come home, it will be virtual. I want to share the names of the summer reading camp teachers that we'll have on staff this year. Summer reading camp is going to serve second, third, and fourth grade students, current second, third, and fourth grade students. So for our second grade teachers, we will have Patrice Caldwell, Gail Carrizales, Michelle Shackelford, Karen Hall, Shayna Mitchell, Courtney Rector, Tara Stanford, Deborah Bauer, Rita Rayleigh, Amber McQueen, Tamiko Brown, and Gail Anderson. You may notice some teachers here that they may teach at your child's school, that may be one of your child's teachers. However, for summer reading camp, your child may or may not be assigned to a teacher who has been his or her teacher, or the teacher may not even be a teacher at your child's school. But all of the teachers who work with summer reading camp are Richland School District 2 teachers.
Estos son los maestros del segundo grado.
Our third grade teachers are Dina Knight, Darnika Rojas, Alyssa Smith, Alexis Comos, Lasagna Haynes, Catherine Cahill, Brandy Hare, Leslie Daniel, Camise Ortiz, Aisha Jones, Naja Tinsley, Yvette Graham, Stacy Higgins, and Nakima Brinson. Again, these teachers may or may not have been your child's teacher, may or may not be teachers at your child's school, but you will receive communication from one of them if you have a current third grader who will attend summer reading camp.
Estos son los maestros del tercer grado.
Our fourth grade team, Noella Ferguson, Letitia Wingate McLeod, Brandon Foote, and Samaria Roundtree.
Estos son los maestros del cuarto grado.
So over the next couple of days, you will receive communications from one of these teachers letting you know that your child is assigned to his or her class for summer reading camp. Again, the teacher may or may not be a teacher from your child's school, but we all collaborate and work together. And again, they are all Richland 2 teachers.
En los próximos días, usted va a recibir un mensaje de un maestro que quizás no es maestro de su hijo, pero va a ser el maestro del programa de verano.
We want to share a few tidbits with you about summer reading camp. So I'll start with the calendar dates. Summer reading camp will be held this year from June 8th through June 30th. We will hold camp Monday through Friday. I'll talk some about the structure, but then Miss Nikita Porter will share more of that with you in just a moment. So the structure for summer reading camp, we will have students have some time with the teacher live on devices. And then there will be opportunities for students to work on assignments that the teacher has assigned, and she may not be online with them at the time. It will just be virtual assignments that electronic assignments that the students would have to complete. Devices, your student probably has his or her Chromebook still from school. And so, of course, your child can use that for the work and the assignments and for meetups with the teacher. If you have a device at home other than the Chromebook that your child has been using, of course, feel free to continue using that. And then Miss Nikita Porter can share with you some information on what you might do if you do not have your Chromebook.
Yes, ma'am. So our students have Chromebooks, and throughout the year or throughout this past semester, they've been able to go to Longleaf Middle School for repairs on their devices. This location will remain open. They're going to remain open from Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4 p.m. And our technicians will be there to either issue a device if your child never picked theirs up, or repair a device that's having issues.
As far as attendance, teachers will take daily attendance. Again, there will be times when your student will be expected to be online live with the teacher. And so that will be a daily occurrence, and attendance, as I said, will be taken. As far as assessment, students will be assessed on their reading ability to determine their reading level at the beginning of camp. And then, of course, that will give teachers an idea of where they will need to work with the students as far as instruction. And then an assessment will be given at the end of camp to show student progress for the duration of the time that we've had summer reading camp. Communication with teachers. Teachers will be reaching out to you via email, as I said, in the next couple of days to let you know that your child is in his or her class. Teachers will also use a Google Classroom, and you may be familiar with that some from our current experiences with distance learning and e-learning. And teachers will also have a phone number where you will be able to reach them. They will have set office hours that they will communicate to you, and so you will also be able to reach them by phone. Ms. Porter, would you like me to pause here and let you address parents on some of the things that I've mentioned?
Yes. So with our communication with teachers, we have our office hours from 8 to 4. And then also teachers will be using Google Classroom to communicate with students. Within the Google Classroom, the students will find their curriculum and their daily assignments. And also the teacher will start their live meetings using Google Classroom as a platform. So it's very important that our students' devices are working properly, that their cameras work and their sound works for those live meetings. And some students will also receive videos from their teachers for their independent work. El campamento va a empezar el 8 de junio hasta el 30 de junio. Los estudiantes tendrán 2 horas de trabajo cada día. Parte del trabajo estará en Google Meet y parte se terminará de forma independiente. Este campamento tiene duración de 2 horas diarias entre las horas de 8 de la mañana hasta las 3 de la tarde, dependiendo de las horas disponibles de los maestros. Los estudiantes van a estar invitados al Google Meet para sus tareas.
Okay, so Ms. Porter, if you would please talk through this daily schedule so that parents understand what to expect. And parents, as we're going through this, you have the chat feature there to the left of your screen. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop those in that chat feature. Miss Porter, myself, will be on and we'll be able to answer some of those questions. We have other district staff. Your child's summer reading camp teacher may be available to answer some of those questions. So please drop those questions in that chat box. Feel free to do that as we're going along now.
Yes, so with our daily schedule, you see at the bottom that our summer reading camp dates will be from June 8th through the 30th. Also, we will start the days with a whole group instruction. So depending on the schedule that your teacher will send to you, your student will get on to Google Classroom and open up their whole group Google Meet with their class. From then on, your student will either have a independent work on their own on some days, and then some days they'll go into a small group instruction with their teacher. All students will have some independent work after the start of the day to complete midday, and then they will close with independent reading and response journals, and then possible individual instruction with their classroom teacher that is scheduled with the student. They will find that schedule and those meeting dates within Google Classroom. The students will be online up to 2 hours a day between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Porter.
You're welcome.
So within that structure that Ms. Porter just mentioned, your child will be engaged with the teacher in some read alouds where the teacher is reading aloud to them on live. And there may be opportunities where they have guests visit their virtual classroom and do some reading aloud. They will have opportunities for shared reading where the class is looking at the same text and reading together. And then guided reading, that's where Ms. Porter mentioned your child may work in some small groups and the teacher will do some guided reading with them. And then, of course, independent reading, Ms. Porter mentioned, and then the intensive intervention, that also happens in the small group. Science and social studies is listed there because when applicable, the teachers will use text that includes science and social studies content so that students are also getting some exposure and practice with the science and social studies content as well.
El campamento incluye lectura y escritura. Estamos disponibles para preguntas.
So at this time, as I mentioned, if you have any questions, hopefully they've been addressed as we've talked through here. If not, continue to drop those in the chat box. And then, of course, you can email or contact via telephone Ms. Porter or myself. We've sent that information out to you and we'll be happy to send it out to you again. But you can contact one of us. And then, of course, once you get an email from your teacher, she will be another very reliable resource to reach out to and ask any questions that you may have about summer reading camp. Ms. Porter, is there anything else we need to say?
Not that I can think of at this moment, no.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for joining us. We are thrilled to have your students be a part of summer reading camp, and we're really looking forward to working with them this summer. Have a wonderful evening.
Gracias por su tiempo. Esperamos trabajar con sus hijos este verano.